G'day team, it's Chris speaking. Welcome back to another video. First of all, I'm sorry about the light. Second of all, I'm sorry about the sound. I live on a highway now. And thirdly, I'm sorry about my hair. You're probably going to see a lot more hats until I've had this whole situation looked after. Here's one I prepared earlier. Nah, this hat doesn't go with the outfit. It's canned, it's vetoed, it's gone. Bye. So, what am I here to talk about today? Well, I'm here to talk about uncomfortable questions that you are going to get asked during your transition, and they don't mean anything. People don't mean anything malicious. There is no malintent behind these questions. It's just some of those things that you're going to hear over and over and over and over and over again that you are never going to be rid of. It's just going to be there for eternity. So this is a two-part series. The first part is very general questions, and the one that you're going to get asked all the time is, so, how's everything going? And you know what that means. You know that they know what that means. It means, how is everything going with your transition? And it doesn't mean anything negative from their point of view. A lot of the times it just means that I don't really understand what you're going through, but I know you're going through something. I don't really understand the whole process, but I assume that it's ongoing. So how is that going? These questions are going to come from people that you've known forever pre-transition, and people who don't know you before you started transitioning probably won't care all that much about how you're going because they've just known you as you for the entire time. But if you are like me and you transition when you're a little bit older, you've got a lot of people in your life that knew you well before you started transitioning, family members, friends, whatever, and I get asked that question, so how is it all going? How are you going? Could this be going better? Could it be going worse? I don't know. You could just ask me how I am, and that would be fine, but there is a certain connotation on the words that come out of your mouth when you ask me, so how am I going? There is no way that I have found to politely navigate this space. I've said, hey, I'm fine. I'm sort of done for now. I don't really plan on having any more surgeries. I'm on testosterone. I've had top surgery. I don't have plans to have bottom surgery as of yet, nor do I know if I will in the future. But for now, I'm good and nothing's changed. I think for people who don't really understand transition and people who are transitioning, it's that they expect your changes to continue because they've seen you change when you started hormones, or whether you just, you sort of come out as trans and you start to socially transition, or if socially transitioning is all that you're doing, they're seeing those changes within you, and I guess they assume that will continue to be the case. For me, I get asked this question a lot from sort of long-term friends, and I've had to turn around and say, yep, nothing has changed. So I get on hormones from sort of, day one to year one, quite a bit does change. And, they're seeing the voice drop, they're seeing the facial hair, they're seeing your body shape shift, which is all fine. But those processes don't stop within a year. They also don't change rapidly after that. So I'm now coming up to 19 months on testosterone, I believe, and not a great deal has happened between 12 months and 19 months, except for maybe some slight fat redistribution and more hair in places. So that question, so how are you going, I think there's a lot of expectation on them to us, and that's how I read it. It is kind of awkward to navigate, particularly good speaking. It's Friday afternoon, why am I doing this? Particularly with family members, is they want to know that you're okay, but they don't know how to ask if you're okay with everything. Now that could be mental, it could be physical, which is great that they want to know and they want to support you, but they don't really know how to ask, which ends up in that, so how is everything going question. If you know how to navigate it, if you have spoken to your friends and family about asking that question, just being like, you don't need to ask it every time that I see you, we can just live our lives because I am me, who you see is how I am. If I'm bad or terrible or I need someone to lean on, I've got a therapist. But I can let you know if you want to know. How do you deal with that space? This one was just a rant. It's an uncomfortable question. It gets asked to me all the time. I assume it gets asked to nearly every trans person that has a supportive network. And the thing is, it's not that they're not supporting you. That question is not negative in any way. It's that I want to support you. I don't know how to support you. How is everything going? It gets under my skin. I don't know whether it gets under your skin. Thank you for listening if you made it this far. Anyway, if you like the content, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of it, click on my face, which will be somewhere down on the screen. I am making a part 2 of this video here, and it is going to be the more intimate questions that one is asked when they're transitioning from friends and family who don't really understand the process. So I will catch you for that. Bye.